Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA and the whole family, the whole gang. We're back together. It has been a very long time since we've all been back together, and then we're coming with you with the Premier League prediction video, a classic. Obviously the Premier League is starting this weekend, so I'm hella excited. Not very confident about some of my predictions, but we'll get to that. So just smash a like on the video, do subscribe if you are new. But gentlemen, before we get into it, I must ask: it's been so long since we've all been together. How are you all?
Okay, I guess I'll go first. I'm feeling, I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I'm excited for the league. Football's back. Not extremely optimistic about United, as I assume you all aren't. But yeah, I'm ready to go. And let's make some predictions. And hopefully I can get one right for once.
Nice. Clay?
Yeah, excited to start the season. It's a just brand new season. Literally, it's a good start. It
Excited
feels
in
like it's
general
one
because
of
of United?
those. Ah, okay,
Or
wow.
yeah.
That's still iffy. Let's be honest. Yeah, you haven't heard my opinion in a minute, so it's still on the fence. Let's put it that way. We'll see how it goes at the season. We're probably going to be a bit of a slow burner, and hopefully it ends off well.
Yeah,
That's
but
my
we're all
prediction.
excited for
Yeah.
football in general, I guess.
Yes, definitely. And then the
That's
World
good.
Cup in the middle of it, which we'll get
Oh
to
yes.
eventually, admittedly.
Yes. Which we will cover. We will cover. But yeah, we'll get to that. But gentlemen, I believe we have some predictions to make. Is that right? And we're gonna start off probably with the relegation, right? So we'll do relegation. We'll go from last to the what is it, 18th? Last to 18th. So I'll go first. I'll go first. Well, I'll give my order, and then you guys will give your order. We'll talk about it, discuss it. But in last place, I do think it's gonna be hella close between everyone. But I put Bournemouth in last. But I'll be honest with you, I put Bournemouth last. I just think they're gonna go back down. It just is what it is. You know how I feel about newly promoted teams and just with relegation standard teams in general. So I don't have much faith in them. I think they will be last, then followed by a Fulham, and then probably Bournemouth. I mean not Bournemouth, Forest. I had to switch the word last minute. But Forest, I think Forest might be the only team that has some hope from the championship division. But other than that, I think they're all gonna get relegated. But that's just me. I don't think there's too many surprises there, to be honest.
Yeah, no, not really, not really. Should I go now?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, for me, I think it's up and down as well. I just don't see it happening any other way. I just don't think these teams have enough about them. I think Fulham specifically, I feel like they're kind of like a yo-yo team. They're like Norwich, so they go up and down, and I think it's gonna be the same for them. So I see on the table here, like I'm looking at the championship table. They score a lot of goals. They won the league, but I just feel like it's just a different level here. And I'm gonna go on a wild card and say Fulham lost. I'm gonna put them 20th. I'm gonna put Bournemouth 19th, and I'm gonna put Forest 18th.
That's a different order, but same teams. I think
Same
I
teams.
agree though. I agree. I think
That is
the
very
order it
interesting.
can be anything, but I think for this, yeah, I get relegated.
Okay, you ready?
Just tell us how Forest is gonna win the league, Lee, and
Oh no! I don't have faith in that, which I promise. What I have to say first off is I think Bournemouth is the worst out of all these promoted teams.
I
Like
agree.
Fulham's defense is shocking. Don't get me wrong, but they dominate in attack. They've had some really good recruitment, so I think they're going to be higher up than what Malota thinks at least. Um, so I'm going with Bournemouth as my last team. To
Agreed.
no surprise to anyone else.
We're on the same page there. Nice
Yeah,
to know.
yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to go the wise old Fulham, even though I just talked him up a little
Nice.
bit.
Same page. Let us go. Good start.
Yep. And then there's the curveball. Are you guys
Oh
ready?
Lord. Oh Lord.
And
Oh no.
this, I think Everton are going down.
Wow.
I
I,
think
yeah.
Ah.
from last season's form, they are going down. They lost one of their key players, Richarlison. Calvert-Lewin is inconsistent, injury prone. They're not going to have any goals. Their defense is championship worthy. They literally just picked up a relegated defender, and they've been picking up B-Tech wingers in the Premier League. They haven't brought any actual class to this team. I genuinely think they're not going to improve from last season. Frank Lampard's only going to get worse as a tactician because I don't rate him in the slightest. So I think Everton are going to go down for the first time in their history.
I was gonna say I don't ever. I think since we've all been born, I don't ever remember Everton in
They're the
the
one of the
lower
few
division.
teams that have only never been relegated
Yeah.
in the league's history. I remember that stat. They're one of them. But I don't know. I just don't
Well,
rate them this season at all.
why do you think what's it called again? Forest are better than Everton? What's your reasoning for
In
that?
all honesty, I don't
It's
rate Pickford. Like that's a massive one. Pickford shite. They're not going to have goals. I at least know Nottingham Forest have a young, hungry striker who's going to be improving, and their loans have been decent, admittedly. And they feel like they're going to be playing the right kind of football. I feel like Everton are going to be trying to play high club football, and they're not going to be able to pull it off because they don't have the quality of players that Lampard had at Chelsea. And we saw that last season. Like, I don't think they're going to sit in the low block. I don't think they're going to be playing this counter-attacking style that Forest does use and use well. So I think Forest will just scrape through versus Everton going down, just kind of holding hands with Lampard and trying to keep his philosophy going of attacking football.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll applaud it. I wouldn't like Everton to go down. I didn't really mind Everton. I like the club, but
You had the fallen though. Like Ancelotti put them in a top 6 race before he left, just to nearly get relegated.
And then we know Ancelotti is different grade. Grade.
And that's not Lampard. So I think it's dark clouds.
Yeah.
I agree. I think they will struggle. I just don't rate Frank Lampard, as you say. Like I think he's just not the manager. And at Chelsea, he just looked like he was just a very toxic character at the end of the day. So I just don't see it happening. But I kind of feel like they'll probably fire him before it gets to that point. And by the nature of their stature, they'll somehow recover. But if it happens, I'll applaud you.
I'll also applaud it. I'll be like, fair play, Clint. Because I would have never thought of Everton to get relegated. I think naturally, not even because of thinking about it. Everton's not a name he puts as a relegation.
That is true. But I just feel
Local fans would love it.
They love fans.
That's true.
And, yeah, these are. Let's see. So there's one curveball. I think for the most part we're all in a somewhat agreement though.
Yeah.
So happy days. Good start, gentlemen. Good start. So watch us all be wrong somehow. But anyways, we'll move to the top 6, the other end of the league. And now I won't give my full list because this is where it gets entertaining.
Yeah,
this is where it gets entertaining.
We go slow.
We'll go from 1st to 6 because somehow
you want to go
that is
first?
actually more.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more entertaining. Let's be honest. Nobody cares about the
That's
top
true.
team. The other rest is where it really matters. Okay.
I can guess you first. I'm ready. I'm ready with it.
It ain't gonna be I'm not gonna hide about it. City are gonna win the league yet again. They're just too strong. They strengthened. They're too consistent of a team. Yeah, City gonna win the league, and now they've got Haaland, that striker that they've been missing. They won a league without a striker. Now they got an elite striker, even though he might not be there for 50% of the games. But when he is there, danger man. So City to win the league, and I don't want Liverpool to win the league also. So that's why I could never put Liverpool to win the league. My heart won't take it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's so logical that it's scary. I just think, and it's very sad because they're gonna win 3rd in a row, and that's our record, and there's nothing we can do to stop them because there's no real reality where we win the league. It's just not gonna happen,
Not gonna happen.
So
Not gonna happen. To all you, I know we're a United fan channel, but to all you fans watching, not gonna happen.
Yeah. So the other teams haven't strengthened enough. Liverpool hasn't really done much. They've got Nunez, but then they just replaced Mane. So it doesn't really make them that much stronger. And these guys beat Liverpool last year, and they've gotten probably the best striker in the world. So it's just gonna. I think the only way somehow is I don't know if all the defenders got injured and they had no centre backs, but that's just something that's probably not gonna happen. And I think Pep is gonna do it 3 in a row.
3 in a row, hat-trick, treble.
Yeah. I'm with you guys. I think it's cut and dry this season. It is one of the most cut and dry seasons for first, I feel. Liverpool are explosive. Don't get me wrong. Any Liverpool fans, we all know you guys are hella explosive. So if City hit a rut, you guys can definitely push it. But it's going to be close. Yeah. But City are so consistent. That's the issue. City are by far the most consistent. They've just got a lethal striker. He may only play 60 minutes, but I promise he's going to get a goal in that 60 minutes that he plays. So that is Erling Haaland. And I don't know what else you're going to do. Even Jack Grealish has come out and said, I am now happier that I have an actual number 9 that I can play with. So I can cut wider and do my thing. And it showed in preseason. They've already linked up.
Danger, guys. I'm telling you.
So
danger.
It's something to be very scared about. And this is one of those seasons where Liverpool and City are going to push each other for that century again. I feel like it's that kind of season where it's going to be neck and neck. But City are just going to be too consistent in the long run, and they're just going to overpower them.
I would say 100 points probably win the league.
Yeah, just about.
Look, the only hope is it's happened before. They've stumbled before. The last time they could have done 3-0 and they shut
No,
City.
listen. As
So
much as City is our
I think,
rivals, I don't want Liverpool to win the league, so I need City to win the league. Okay, I can't stand
yeah,
Liverpool winning the league.
yeah. I feel like the last time it was more that that problems defensively and they lost company, which is a very very big blow because of their captain. I feel like right now they just look like they're going to get even better. So it's very scary what City could do this year.
Yeah. At least we're all in agreement, and I think naturally that means we should be in agreement with the runners up, which I think is Liverpool. Like Clay says, I think they are ridiculously good as well. But when it comes to consistency, even though they are, don't get me wrong, Liverpool are mad consistent. We're talking about like 0.5% difference of consistency between a team like City and a team like Liverpool. And I think just naturally Liverpool could burn out. They could burn out towards the end of the season. Their priorities might change if they want to win the Champions League or something else. I do think they would like to win the league, and I do think that they can. I think it'll be very, very close. But I think Liverpool, if there is an injury to like a Salah, if there is an injury to another player, I think they are more in trouble than the likes of City. If City gets an injury, it's not even that big of a deal, because they definitely have someone good enough to replace them as well. So just naturally, I think Liverpool will be sick.
Yeah, I don't understand this whole Tottenham hype. I really don't get it. I think I think the fact that Antonio Conte is there, and they're making signings, but then when you look at the signings, it's like three that are good, and the rest are like, okay, signings. So I really don't get this Tottenham hype. So I'm gonna go for Liverpool as well. I don't see them coming close this year. I don't. I think they're gonna be second, but I think there's gonna be a little bit of gap this year, maybe 5-10 points to City. I do think they'll slow down a little, and I just think that the recruitment hasn't been enough to keep up with the juggernaut that is Manchester City. But they will be second.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would just like to argue one point to that. I think this is the best window Liverpool's had in a minute. Let's be honest, yeah. I think this is one of the best windows that they've had. They've offloaded some really shit players, and they've got their youth coming up. And that's a really weird thing to say for Liverpool as well, is that their youth's coming up and they're looking really good. They've made some really good windows, well, good signings this window. What am I saying? But yeah,
They signed really. Besides Nunez, what
Nunez.
notable signing they really made?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's all they needed though at this point. Like they only need a striker right now.
I guess the minor replacement was
Yeah.
Diaz anyway. So.
Well, it's also Jota. That's the thing. Jota was already at the club. Diaz was
Everyone knows how
already
much
at the
I
club.
appreciate John. That's so.
I get your guys' point, but like last season they had Diaz and Mane and didn't win the league. Mane leaves, they bring Nunez, and they buy no one else.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't think it's
logically,
gonna
it
make them
just
win the
doesn't
league. Let's
catch
be
up to
honest.
City.
Yeah, they don't catch up, but like this Nunez is just one of those hungry young strikers, and we saw that in the Community Shield. He's that young hungry striker, and he feeds off that negativity. He's gonna be a real threat this season, and depending which striker hits the ground running is likely going to determine who wins this league. I think it's as simple as that. If Nunez starts scoring 2 goals a game and looks like an absolute beast, you know that Liverpool are going to challenge City all the way. But realistically speaking, like you said, I don't think it's enough, especially after losing a star player like Mane. So yeah, I'm in agreement that they're going second, but yeah, it should be better.
Bold prediction that I might regret.
Yeah.
Liverpool don't get 90 points.
You?
They get close, but don't get 90
I
points.
don't know, there's 38. Let me just do something like 38
Math
times. If
is
you win
like-
every game,
yeah.
you get 114 points. So they won't get. I think that's somewhat fair, though. I think they'll get close to it, though. Definitely close to it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it's going to be that 100-point season for nearly both of them. It's going to be like a 95 to a 97 type of end of season.
I hear you say, but I just feel like, burnout's real, I just feel like you just need to keep refreshing,
Have
and
you
I
met
just
Mo
don't I feel
Salah?
like they haven't done enough.
Have you met Mo Salah?
Fair enough. He'll keep scoring, but as a team, I don't know. I just don't think they can do it again.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, even if they like win 27 games, I think, and then do 6 games out of 38, and then the odd loss here and there, they'll get 87. So yeah, I think that it's somewhat fair to say, but that's a bad season for Liverpool, I guess, from their standards. But yeah, we'll see. However, third, I am backing the Tottenham train. I am on the hype train. Don't get it wrong. I think Tottenham have strengthened to what they need. I rate Antonio Conte more than anyone else in this damn league. I can't lie to you. I would not like his football at my club, but I rate him. He's a winner. He's a serial winner for sure. And I think he is the perfect match for Tottenham that they would need. So I do hope that Conte does well at Spurs, for their sake, not from a United sake. But United, we have our own problems to sort out. But I do think he'll do somewhat well. I just think the level is too high for someone like Conte to do something that special this season. So as great as I think Spurs are going to have, a great of a season as I think Spurs are going to have this season, obviously it's not going to be enough. But I do think that top three for me, dead in the water. I think Conte will at least bare minimum get third. So yeah, I'm putting Spurs third.
For me, the problem with Spurs is that I'm hearing comparisons to the Chelsea with Conte, but I feel like people are forgetting Conte had Matic and Kante in the midfield. Like I feel like it's just different levels. I don't think he has the team he had at Chelsea, and I think he will finish third. I agree with that. But when it comes to challenging, that was what I was referring to. I just think people saying they're going to finish second.
It's not that good.
I guess some of them who dare to say first. I just don't know where they're at. I just don't see it. But third, I just think because Conte's a really good manager, and everybody else just they're just not serious. Everybody's not serious. So I'm gonna put them on third.
The crazy thing is, I am one of those people. I think they have a shot in the dark of challenging. I really do think they are.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a shot in the dark. But
Yeah, I feel like if they don't have any injuries to their major players in Son and Kane, they're gonna push City and Chelsea. I mean, City and Liverpool. I'm saying Chelsea. You said Chelsea, and that's on my head. But yeah, Conte, sublime manager, and their recruitment has been out of this world good. Like he's got everything he needs for his team. I don't see an area that they're gonna struggle in. Honestly, like I get what you're saying with the midfield comparisons, but at the same time, he kind of brought out that Conte level in a way, So Højbjerg, who's been insanely consistent and one of the best just holding midfielders in the league, alongside Basuma and Benakur, who's proven himself to be a really good asset for Spurs going forward. I think that just opens up this team to grow exponentially. And then the likes of Perisic coming in for Reguilon, who is really inconsistent when going into the box situations, has now been completely solved, because Perisic is a serial scorer and assister, especially from the left wing back position. So I don't see a world where Spurs aren't performing to a super high level.
I think they should definitely win a trophy this year.
They're going to be contesting every competition they're in, and they're guaranteed Champions League football in my eyes.
Yeah, I
Look,
think that's what it is.
I think they'll be close to start with, but I do think they're going to fall away. Maybe more so for Man City than Liverpool, And I just think, yes, they have a good team, but the Premier League isn't Serie A. I just think that's it, And I think compared to when Conte was here before with Chelsea, the level of Premier League is even higher now. So I just think, it's the problems that Man City and Liverpool are just on that level right now. But they will have a good season.
Oh, definitely. But there's just something about what he brings out of players. Like, did you see Kulievski coming in middle of the season out of nowhere after having a shite season in the Serie A? Yeah.
Where he was just making them run up and down the field, up and down, and they were dead.
Yeah.
They were dead. Son was on the floor. He was crying. He was dead. He was finished.
He's an elite manager that brings the best out of players. Like, I'm not going to be surprised if Richarlison can nearly replace Kane. Like, at that kind of level. Like, if Richarlison gets 15 goals, if Kane gets injured, it's done. I think Spurs are definitely in contention here. But I think that's where it ends. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's where it ends. And now that's where the real people came from. Now the last spot and down with. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This year I don't feel confident to all you viewers. I don't feel confident from 4th to 6th for my predictions. But I think some of it might even surprise some of you. But in 4th place, the last position for Champions League football, I'm gonna give it to Chelsea. I still think Tuchel is a good enough manager. I still think they got a good enough team. And I just think Arsenal and United are too shit and inconsistent to get 4th. So yeah, Chelsea.
Oh, Lord. Look, I'm not going to deny this emotional decision. I'm not going to deny that. At the end of the day, I'm a Manchester United fan, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of it. And I think we have a chance. I think it's going to be very tight. It definitely will be. I think.
We definitely have a chance.
I think it's between I say Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United for the 4th spot. And because that close, I'm going to pick my team. And just hope it happens, really. And if I have to try to investigate why it might happen, look, I think we have a good manager in Erik ten Hag, and we're not done making signings, I believe. I think as much as maybe we won't make all the signings we want, I think we will sign at the end of the day, And when I compare our team to the rest, I don't think it's that far off, Plus, I'm hopeful we'll have Cristiano Ronaldo up front. So, because of all of that, I'm going to give us 4th. But after blood, sweat, and tears of a season.
I respect it, admittedly. I really respect
I
it.
respect it.
I'm going sideways. I am believing in the preseason. I'm believing in Jesus. Arsenal
Oh
fourth.
no, dude. So we
Arsenal
all got
get
different,
Champions League
all
football.
got different responses before. Oh god. So then one
Arsenal
I
make
played,
it.
I played it safe. There's another. There's a United bias, and then we have Arsenal hype train. Yeah, we got it all covered for you guys. All covered for you guys. Okay,
Season is
Arsenal
going to
fourth.
be good. But
Okay, fair
I do
enough.
agree with Malota when saying that United, Arsenal, and Chelsea are very much
I
interchangeable
think
right now. I think
it's the
any of
same
them could
boat.
be in any spot on a serious note. I just think, I don't know why, but Jesus really looks really good. Jesus looks insane right now. And this Arsenal team's young, it's bursting with talents, and I do back Arteta. I'm one of the few people that will continue to preach it, even though, yeah, even though he's had a lot of sideways looks in this league. So yeah, I do think the recruitment's been really good, and I think they've covered a lot of areas, and they've just strengthened where they need to. So they're just going to move up to that next level.
Okay, so finally, after who knows how long, you giving them the Champions League spot.
It's taken forever, but they're finally out of Europa League.
No, I'm just making sure. Just making sure you don't want to change it. You
Yeah,
understand
I'm
saying
set. I'm
Arsenal.
set for now.
In first place, obviously missing out in Champions League. I do agree with you with you boys. It is going to be close. In first place, I'm going to give it to Arsenal. I think overall, I'd probably still take some of their players and put them in a United team. That's how shit our United players are. I don't rate our players at all. As much as I love Ten Hag, as much as he's an elite coach, Ten Hag can only do so much. And right here, right now, we're making this video. United, they ain't gonna do it for me. They ain't gonna do it. You win your games here and there. Reality will hit you all in the face soon enough. You need to sign players. We needed 22 players. I wasn't taking the piss. We needed 22 players last season. We got what? 2, 3. Ericsson, Martinez, and I'm forgetting Malasia. That's not good. That's nowhere near good enough. We still have Fred. We still got Maguire. You guys, we need to wake up. You know, these players, they can't trick us all the time. You know, those social media posts, those smiles in training, they ain't gonna prove me wrong. And I think Arsenal, they still won't be good enough for fourth. So generally, they just slot in that middle position. So I'm gonna put Arsenal fifth, and then obviously United sixth.
He's my life. He's a United fan, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying how depressing it is that we were in the situation
You
that we're
set the
in.
bar low. So if we finish
Yeah.
Champions League spot, I think.
Very, very, very. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go Arsenal, which yeah is very bleak for Chelsea. But I'm gonna go Arsenal because, as you've all said, I think they look pretty good, you know. And I feel like with Arteta, ever since he's gotten here, you know, day by day. Yes, there was that little blip I think in his second season where it looked like it's going wrong here. But ever since they've come over that, they've looked like they're progressing slowly but surely, you know. And the club seems to be backing him somewhat. So yeah, no, they look like they're gonna play good football. They look like they have a striker who can probably turn last season's draws into wins this season, you know. So yeah, I'm hopeful for Arsenal. That's weird considering I'm saying hopeful, but I'm saying they're gonna finish fifth. Maybe they'll win the Europa League. We'll see. But yeah, I'm putting Arsenal in fifth.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Clay.
Yeah, for me, I have gone in United's favour for fifth.
Hey, first play.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So
But
between
yeah.
the three of us, United could finish fourth, but the sixth last.
Yeah, we got our bases covered. You know, unless we somehow win the league, I think we're good, eh? I think we're successful for us. But yeah, I think United's, like you said, they're just shy. We need so much more to take us to the next level, and we haven't done enough. Like, we need the likes of Marota's favorite player, Frankie de Jong. We need some top quality that we haven't quite brought in. As good as Ericsson is, as good as Martinez is, and as promising as Malaysia looks, I don't think that's nearly enough, and I don't think Ten Hag's happy. So yeah, I don't back us to guarantee a top 4 spot. I think we're going to be just outside of it. And we're going to be looking at the outside of an Arsenal or a Chelsea who managed to find a stride that we can't.
But you and Malota evidently agreeing that Chelsea are going to fall off a cliff and finish sixth.
Yeah, I'll defend this straight away by saying I think Chelsea looked appalling towards the end of last season. I think about halfway through the season, in all honesty, they were scraping wins, they were scraping draws, and they didn't change anything about that. Chelsea have become a meme in the transfer market. Everyone
Yeah.
that they have targeted has gone
Welcome
to
to American
Barcelona.
ownership. Welcome to American.
It is
Yeah.
a joke of what has happened. They've got zero recruitment in. They got Koulibaly. I don't actually know who else they signed. They signed Koulibaly.
Yeah. I actually also don't know.
Sterling.
I know
Koulibaly
that.
That is
Sterling.
it. And as P looks out the door, Alonso still looks out the door. What are you going to do as Chelsea? They don't have any goal scorer. They lost Lukaku because he is an Inter fan, very clearly. They just don't have a goal scorer. It's the same issues as last season. I have no doubt that they're going to be defensively solid. But Mendy looks like he's fallen off a cliff, which, well, it's not really a cliff for me, but just for the general public. I have not rated this man since he's come into the league, in all honesty. But yeah, I think defensively they're going to get weaker. I don't think they've improved enough going forward to actually score the goals that Jesus will be scoring, that Kane will be scoring, Son will be scoring, even Martial will be scoring. I don't think they're going to match those numbers. And that's the sad reality as a Chelsea fan right now. So unless you guys get like a hero of a striker in last minute, you needed that Lewandowski signing, in all honesty. That's what you needed to be able to contest right now. And you guys didn't get it. So you guys are stuck and looking like you're going to get Europa League. And you may even get Conference League at the straight.
But I think it's very close between all three of the teams.
Definitely.
Look, if they start making crazy signings now between now and the end of the window, I'll eat humble pie. But I just don't see it happening, you know? And I think for the longest time they've had a good base to kick on. But then I feel like that can only take you so far, you know? And now they've been sort of losing players from that base. Defensively, they've lost some players. And I think that preseason has disaster signs all over it, you know? Like signs we saw with Mourinho, signs we saw with Chelsea before Azor. And I just think it looks like it might be very toxic at Chelsea this year, you know? And the new ownership isn't helping it. So, yeah, I'm going to put them in sixth.
Something that I also realized through some research is that Tuchel gets quite vocal when he doesn't get his way with owners. So, just watch out, Chelsea fans. That's all I have to say about that. Poch may be coming in mid-season.
That's fine with me, because at least if we go south at United, we won't have another manager. So it's fine.
I don't criticize Ole for like, you know, sticking with the ownership no matter what. But sometimes when you are critical like that and you are vocal, even on the touchline, it doesn't really go well for the player's mentality, you know? So
It just brings down that locker room atmosphere, like you said. So I don't feel like these players are going to be motivated. Again, fantastic defense, fantastic wing backs, but that's where it ends as the positives for Chelsea, in all honesty. Werner looks like he's trying to leave. You're going to be relying on Havertz, who's probably a 10, maybe 15 goal a season striker right now. He's not good enough yet. Maybe one day, but you guys don't have a striker right now. You barely have wingers.
Yeah.
So,
The objective is to win every game 1-0.
You're all going to draw 0-0 every game. That's the sad reality of where you guys are at right now.
It's very close. But like I said, you know, United, you can't beat anyone. So you can it's either going to win or you're going to lose. United is at United. So. And Arsenal's Arsenal. So for me, that's why Chelsea will finish fourth. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Gentlemen, for the next predictions, the top goal scorers. I'd like to go last, please, because I want to rethink this. Because I'm looking at my list, and I'm like, no, I can't be saying this first. You know, I have to go last. I have to go last. So, Loto Clay, take this away.
yeah, no, I think logically, are we doing top three here, or is it just
top three for each except
Oh
the other?
my word! Oh my word! Okay, I think Holland has to be first here.
You going straight for number one? You going straight for number one?
Yeah. Oh, I was supposed to go from third.
No,
That's fine. You can go any order. That's fine.
Any order.
Okay, yeah. I'm going Holland number one. I think it's Erling Haaland, guys. It's the simplest that really. I just think, like the man is a machine, and unless there's some injury, I just think with the assets he has at Manchester City, he's going to be scoring goals left, right, and center. You know, so I think Haaland's going to be number one. And should I say my other two, or do you want to go around?
Yeah, it's fine.
You can go.
Okay, second place. Oh my word. Oh, I'm gonna go Kane. I'm gonna go Harry Kane. I think, you know, he seems to take seasons off. You know, the one season where he isn't there, and then the next season he's just firing at all cylinders. You know, like he did when in Mourinho's second season, and he's done before that. You know, and I think with Conte, and he's gonna be the vocal point of the team. You know, and with all the hype around how they're going to play, I think Kane will be second. And then third, I think you can't leave out Mo Salah. I think Salah always has to be in the mix, and he'll get third top goal scorer.
I will confront this directly by just saying I back Haaland with my life, don't get me wrong, but his fitness is a massive issue as a player. And again, a big reason he came to City is because he said he would not get pushed at this club. So if he's not feeding it, he won't be playing. So I realistically think this man is going to be a 60-minute man, and he'll be getting a goal probably every other game, realistically. This is Erling Haaland. So
Mm.
I do have really high expectations for him. I have really high hopes, but he also needs to settle in with the club, and if he's not getting minutes, it's also counterintuitive to that. So I don't think he's going to burst out the gates and be number one. I think I'm going to stick with good old reliable. I'm going to go Mo Salah in first. I'm going to play it safe with that much. And then I think I'm in full agreement with Malota right now. I think Harry Kane gets second and pushes for first. Because for the first time in who knows how long, Harry Kane is actually scoring goals in preseason and he's looking lethal. So if he keeps up his form from last season, no doubt in my mind he's going to be on this list. And then third, I always want my shot in the dark. And yeah, there's just something calling to me about the Uruguayan striker right now. Don't know what it is. I think he's going to come out of the gates. I think he's going to come out swinging, and he's going to push for that third spot in the top goal scorer.
I respect it. I respect it, you know. Can't hate it.
Let's put it out there. If Ronaldo stays United, anything is possible.
Yeah, that's
Just want to put it out there.
Well, now I thought you guys would help me, but it's not really helped my list, you know. Okay, what if I have a tie? Because I think some guys are going to be equal on goals. Can I put a
first and
foot
second technically.
All right, make the call. Make the call.
No, you have to make the call, unfortunately. You know, because
Can I
Son was technically first and
Can I have
second.
a first, then second with a slash, and then like 2 players there, and then a fourth? Am I allowed to do that? Can I do that? I
You're
think
pushing
first
that.
will be
No.
first. I think second will be tied, and I think third will be the third guy.
Okay, so you got 2 seconds.
Yeah, why
okay,
not? Why
okay,
not?
Yeah, I
yeah,
got 2
sure.
seconds.
That's fine.
I
We
got
can
2
make that
seconds.
work. We can make that work.
I number one, I'm with Clay, all reliable, Mo Salah. Ain't nobody can outscore him. You
Yeah.
know, he doesn't get injured. He's in a good team. He's gonna score goals. I don't know if it'll be as much now with Nunes and how much they might change that, but you know, you got to stick with Salah, all reliable. You know, Salah, you just stick by him until he's proven you guys wrong. You know, because that's why I will pick him fantasy league as well. He's the most reliable and trustworthy player in the Premier
Exactly.
League. So I have to put Salah number one. Number two is tied between Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Kane. I think Kane will do better, like for the same reasons Clayton said. Good preseason. He's scoring goals in preseason. He's had a preseason for once in his life. I think under a good manager and a better team, you will get some goals. So I think Kane will definitely get goals. And Ronaldo is Ronaldo. If he played for Liverpool, if he played for City, I put him top goal scorer. Heck, he even competed for Golden Boot, but coming very late into the season for United and a shit United team. So naturally, and the Ten Hag, hopefully some better coaching, some more chances created. Ronaldo will get you the goal. So I'll put, and if he stays, that's also why I wanted to just put him there because he very much might leave, and then my predictions are irrelevant. So that's why I put Ronaldo second with Harry Kane, and then third, I don't think he's gonna. If he wasn't made out of glass, basically, he would be like Malota says, top goal scorer. But because he's made out of glass, I had to put Haaland third. I think he will get goals, but ultimately his injury record is not going to help him. So yeah, Haaland third, probably a big difference there.
Yeah, that's fair, I think. The
Like, I
Ronaldo's
want to
just
put
fun.
Ronaldo.
I'll judge you.
I want to put Ronaldo, and I feel like I'm scared to do it. You know, I was also like, I think I'm scarred by last season. I put him in every fantasy. I put captain in pretty much every fantasy game, and it didn't really work out. So I'm scarred by last season, and I just think with United, I see a lot of inconsistency this season. I think some games will be amazing attacking because we're coached by Ten Hag, and then some games will disappear because we're Manchester United. You know, so I think because of that, Ronaldo won't get the numbers he wants.
Fair enough. I respect it. Obviously, I've never not going to put Cristiano Ronaldo in a top goal scorer race. I have to. I have to. So, yeah, but that's just that's our top three. That's our top three. Top assist. I feel it's hard, you know. I actually do feel like this is hard. But I can go first again. I can go first. You want to go one by one, or must we say the whole list? How you guys want to do it?
You can say the whole list.
Yeah, go
Okay,
hold
I'll
on.
go.
Yeah.
I'll go third to first. I'll go third to first. So in third place, I put Son because I think Son and Kane link up would be good. And naturally, if Harry Kane scores a lot of goals, it's probably going to be Son who assists quite a lot of them. So I'm going to put Son third. I think Son is going to have an insane season. I think you'll be on the likes of that around fourth, fifth top goal scorer because Son also gets goals. He's not a player that gets injured too much. So I would hope Son would do well. So I think Son will be third in top assister. I think second. This is the let me just think about this for 1 second before I confirm this. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna go with it. I don't like Nunes. I don't like Liverpool, so I'm gonna put Trent second. I know he's an assist machine. and he's generally the guy to do it. So I'm gonna put Trent second. I'm just based on the hope that Liverpool don't have a good season. And first, I'm gonna hope Cancelo is number one because I think he's a very good fullback, and I hope that with Erling Haaland, he finally gets some of the assists he deserves. Yeah, that's my shot in the dark.
That is nice. Yeah, I respect it.
I wasn't expecting a Cancelo one. I've never really thought of him as that type of mold of play, you know. But yeah, if it happens, yeah, that'll be amazing for him. Third, I'm gonna back my boy. Hopefully he's gonna get back on the train this year. And when he does do that, he's a step padder. When he does do that, when he does it, he's a step padder. So like, I'm gonna put Bruno Fernandes in third. In hope that he's gonna have a mad season. And then top two is so hard. Like it's so hard. I'm very confident Trent will be there. I just don't know if it's first or second because Trent's always here. But I'm gonna go KDB second and Trent first.
That's a little mad. The KDB out of nowhere, hey? They don't talk about that.
He's involved. So sometimes he drifts away, it's true. But then I think last season, what did he do last season? Okay, it wasn't that great, but there's been a season where he got 20 assists, So he can turn it on, especially with Holland the team now. I just think, he'll get some numbers this year.
Yeah, you're not wrong, admittedly, but yeah, he's also made out of glass, and I think that's his big issue every season. KDB is one of the best players the league has ever seen, undoubtedly, but he's made out of glass. The guy plays 25 games a season, This is how it is. So I don't think he gets on these lists, unfortunately. He needs to be just invincible a little bit this season, which I can see happening. I could definitely see him being on either of those lists, just because of the quality of player he is. But I just don't see it personally. That's my controversial take on that. But yeah, my third, I am on the Spurs train. I am going to say Harry Kane for third place.
Harry Kane, top goal scorer and top assist.
Yep, I think he's
It's
going to be
done
up
it
with
before.
both. Yeah,
He can do it. I think between Son and him, they both can do it. So.
yeah, and it's always Kane assisting Son. I feel like it's the other way around to you.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't mean to cut you, but I kind of feel like it was very reliant on Mourinho's playing style that season. I think he wanted Kane to be more involved in terms of the pull-up play, So we'll see how it works on the Conte.
Definitely, but he has that in him, and he's constantly assisting Son, and Son's constantly assisting him. It could go either way, I think. But I think he's guaranteed 10 plus assists if he stays fit this season. That's where he's at. So and then next is the fullback of dreams, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Second.
Okay. This is okay.
Second.
You're both meant to.
I nearly did what you did, admittedly, sure.
Okay, fair enough.
I had to back out for another Portuguese man. No, the Bruno Fernandes.
Oh,
He's walking away with it this season.
Yes.
Full belief.
Yes, I like this.
I like Bruno, but no.
I think just because of the change of system, in all honesty, he's looked a lot more calm. He's looked a lot more reserved. He's not shooting as much. And I think he's actually setting up those chances versus actually just taking those shots in the dark like he was last season. His frustration levels are definitely back down to zero. The man's calm. I think he's looking forward to next season. And with Martial firing like he is right now, with potential Cristiano Ronaldo coming back with a point to prove, I might add, he's going to be dangerous, and he's going to be getting a lot of assists this season versus goals. I think he's going to get a lot of assists this season.
Once he gets going, he can assist pretty much every game.
Yep.
Bruno does that
I
every
think-
night, and I'm happy.
I think another shout that maybe won't get as much respect will be Eriksen. Eriksen's a really good player, and
Yeah,
I think he's
Bruno
gonna get a
might
lot of
not play,
numbers.
but I ain't gonna lie
Definitely.
to you.
Just to talk
Bruno
about
might-
Eriksen, but I don't think he's going to start, though. That's the issue. I don't think he's
we'll
starting.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
don't think
this
you could trust on him to be your out-and-out starter with his condition. As great as he is, as much as Ten Hag might even prefer him over Bruno, I think medical-wise, probably should not do that to poor Eriksen. So yeah, let's just see how it is. And I'm no doctor, but we don't know the situation. So yeah, I could see that very much. The team. We do the play of the year and then the United stuff, I guess, also.
Yeah.
Okay, play of the year. Now, here, we were speaking before we started recording, and this was my curveball. I ain't gonna lie. This is the curveball.
Okay.
This is the curveball. So I was thinking, you got your Setti's player of the season, probably be like, KDB or, maybe even a Haaland if all things go well, Cancelo, you got Liverpool classic Salah, IDs, you got the Trent. And then I was thinking, I really do think Spurs are going to have a good season. And Spurs, obviously, their talismans are Son and Harry Kane. I think they're both going to score incredible amounts of goals. I think they both are going to get an incredible amount of assists. But I like Son more, so I'm going to put Son as player of the year. And I'm going to hope that he does a madness this season.
You know what the crazy thing is? I took a shot in the dark and guessed it for you.
Nice. I respect it. I respect it. I would like Son to get player of the year. I think he's a very underrated player. I think he's always up there, whether it's goals, whether it's assists, whether it's anything he does for Spurs. I hope he does well this season. And I think this is their chance. Both to Harry Kane, both to Son, and just Spurs in general. This is their chance to prove a point. So yeah.
I respect your decision. I just feel like I think the team of the season has shown us that Son could score 50 goals and you won't get player of the year. Because I don't know why. They just don't seem to like Son.
You're not wrong about that.
You will know. Forget the bias on the English media side. We will know. Son's top goal scorer, top assist, and they still don't give it to him. I mean, come on.
The English bias is mad, yeah.
The English bias is mad.
I think everyone's going to get at Tottenham is probably going to be Kane, because they love Kane. But I think I kind of trapped myself here because I said City going to win the league. I said Haaland's going to be top goal scorer. So I don't see how I don't say Haaland and it makes any sense. So I'm going to go for Erling Haaland. I think he's going to have a bang of a season.
You go for your top assister.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you could have gone for your top assister. Yeah, you could go KDB as well. Because he gets both.
I don't know. I just feel like if Haaland's doing that, there's no way they're not going to give it to him. I just feel like it's just going to be too tempting.
I feel like Malot's is asking for a lot because as much as on paper it looks fantastic, when has ever a new striker or a new player come into the Premier League has gotten a top goal scorer?
He's a different breed. It's Erling Haaland. Have you seen the man?
If it wasn't made out of glass, I would agree with
you. Have you seen the man?
But it's made out of glass. So I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one with Haaland specifically. It's just, does he have it in him to be consistent the entire season?
I'd be there. But
yeah, I get it.
Haaland. He can be injured, but he's that player who comes back and scores 3 or 4 goals in one game.
You're not wrong.
He does that.
That's the thing about him.
Yeah, he does that.
He very much does do that. But I don't know still. That's the crazy thing. I still am not sure about him.
Yeah. But on paper, I would hope you're right because that would be a bit more entertaining, rather than.
Who's better, Haaland? Haaland or Nunez? I just want to get this out.
I'm taking Haaland every day of the week.
Yeah.
I'm taking. Who's Nunez? Who's that guy? No, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, definitely. You're very right about that. Don't get me wrong.
You want Nunez? I was like, nah, keep away from me. I don't want. I don't like Nunez at all. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think he's a better player. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if he has it in him for that. Like maybe a young player there. I can see that for sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He's definitely young enough for that. Harry Kane nearly won it a few seasons ago.
Hey, my brother, I'll give it to you. If you win the Champions League, I guess you could take.
Yeah, that's true. You can take that much.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
That's a curveball there.
Well, it's not really a curveball for me,
Eriksen.
unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, imagine, Eriksen. No, I'm not that mad, guys. I've gone with the similar thinking of Shawnee. So I am simply
the other half
thinking the other half of the duo. Exactly. That's exactly where I'm at. And so I think it's going to be none other than Harry Kane.
Okay. Yeah, I see that happening. I think if it comes down to it, let's just say hypothetically, Son had the equal amount of goals as Harry Kane and the equal amount of assists as Harry Kane.
Harry Kane's going to win.
Harry Kane, yeah. Harry Kane. Player of the year.
Yeah, we're just on a bit of Spurs copium here. That's just how it is. And we'll move off of it. And then Malot's crazy going for Haaland. Like if Haaland doesn't get like 10 goals, you're going to look like a fool.
I hope for Malot's sake that Haaland doesn't get injured.
Yeah, Haaland gets injured with a bad injury. The man doesn't hit form. Just, you're going to...
I'm even overhyping him, but I guess... I don't know why.
We've gone safe this year, admittedly.
I don't know why, but I'm so excited for Haaland. It's so wrong. And I'm ashamed of it. But I'm very excited for Haaland.
Yeah.
I respect it. Well, now, we have some other Premier League stuff to do, but we'll do the United stuff first and then, the more casual things later. But we'll go with United Player of the Year, I guess, okay? Which one? I don't know what order you have it in.
Yeah,
top
it's the same
scorer,
golden...
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, top goal scorer first?
Yeah.
Okay, top goal scorer. Do you need top 3?
Yeah, we're doing top 3 for everything. Just for the sake of ease.
Number 1, Ronaldo. No doubt, Cristiano Ronaldo. If he doesn't stay, the list will just fall in order then.
Yeah.
Number 2. Can we just end it, actually? I don't think anyone else is scoring goals,
Imagine,
But
this is
you know
done.
what? I'm gonna back my boy. That's great. You know, he might not even play one game out of 38, but I'm put Martial. Put
Yeah.
Martial. And third, Bruno Fernandes. Because if Martial doesn't get goals, Ronaldo, let's just say he leaves, worst case, it's gonna be Bruno. So,
You're not wrong, admittedly. It's going to be very interesting with the season coming up to see what happens, yeah.
I love Bruno, and I think he's gonna get mad assists, and he's gonna get a lot of goals. So, but I feel like it's all about the strikers in terms of goals, which is great for us because if Bruno's gonna get assists, goals, and the strikers gonna get goals, I don't know what we're doing this season. We're doing a madness. But top goal scorer I think is obvious if Ronaldo says Cristiano Ronaldo because it's Ronaldo, and he's gonna do a madness. In second place, you'll hate me. It's Marcus Rashford.
I don't hate
It's
you.
Marcus
It's just
Rashford.
like, I was like, Rashford, yeah.
Look, Look, I think Rashford has these problems, but he's showing he can score goals, and he's got that in him. So if he switches on, I think he score a lot of goals, more than Martial. I think he's just got that in him. And then I'm gonna put Tony because I think Tony, as much as Ronaldo will play most games, Tony's gonna play a lot of games because Ronaldo can't play 90 minutes in every game. So yeah.
I respect it.
Sorry, I was muted. Do you want to know something crazy? I'm believing in a certain Tony here.
Oh.
I
Oh,
think
no.
right now, I think Tony is in Ten
bro.
Hag's plans right now, and I think he is the type of manager to be ruthless enough that if Tony keeps his form, he's going to keep the number 9 away from Ronaldo. I think that's just the situation and the current leadership team we're under right now. So
Ronaldo might even be like, smack me left wing, I'll play it.
That's true
I'll
as
play
well.
with Martial.
admittedly.
I'll play with Martial easy.
Yeah.
He could do the Rashford job 10 times better than Rashford.
So I definitely think Martial's going to be starting the season, and if he starts as hard as he's looked in preseason, if he keeps his form, if he keeps his confidence, I think he ends up being a top goal scorer.
I respect it. I would love it because I'm a big Tony simp, so
I'm
also a big Ronaldo simp. So.
Exactly, and that is obviously number 2. I don't think we can have anyone else. And then I'm just gonna back my boy here and go for Sancho in third. I back the Rashford, cool, but he has a lot of issues.
No, I wouldn't even play Rashford at the start of the season. This game on Sunday,
I'd have this front 3. I'd have this front 3. Not
I'd
gonna
have Ronaldo, Martial, Sancho. That's how.
I just think Rashford needs a manager who can help him play in a team. But then he's got an eye for goal.
Manager, he needs a loan or a transfer to the third.
I think you're exaggerating, bro. I think you're exaggerating. Look, and with the Tony one, I respect it, but I just feel like, with Rangnick we saw as well. Rangnick didn't really like Ronaldo, but he played Ronaldo because there's no way. Okay, I guess we no other option. I guess that's a factor as well. But like, you play Ronaldo because he's just that good, and no matter what Tony does, I don't know what he's taking, but I just don't see Tony having the ability to outscore Cristiano Ronaldo. So, but I respect the prediction.
Yeah. We shall see. Whether it's Tony, whether it's Ronaldo, whatever happens, whoever scores goals, I take it. Even if it's Rashford and we win the league, I'll take it. I'll gladly put egg on my face. I'll be happy. I don't care as long as they perform. That's like all that matters. But yeah, those are your top goal scorers. Top assists. Let's go. In third place. Oof. Oof. I'll put. It's gonna be a fullback. I think it will be a fullback, and I don't know if it's between the low or a Sancho. I'm not Sancho.
A Sancho.
Sure, or Malacia. I think depending which side looks favored, and judging from preseason, it's very equal at the moment. It's very equal. And long run between Shaw and Malacia, it's a bit weird. So I'm gonna try back the low. I'm gonna hope he has a good season. I'm gonna hope he gets assists. I'm gonna hope that whole right hand side in general are gonna be strong. So I'm gonna give third place to Diego Dalot. Second place, naturally I'll give it to Bruno Fernandes. And top assister is obviously gonna be Mr. Jadon Sancho because I think he's gonna have an absolutely ridiculous season. So Jadon Sancho as our top assister. And I think that right hand side, for once in our life, will be our strong side.
Very interesting. I think I'll back you with Delo. I think I'll back you third Delo. I just think, there probably will be a playing style change and we'll try playing more with our fullbacks because it's just the thing to do in modern football. So I'll put him third as well. But second, I'm going to put Jadon Sancho because, we got Bruno Fernandes the team and how did Jadon Sancho? He's just Bruno. He's just Bruno at the end of the day. So Sancho will have a match season. I do agree with that, but I think he'll be second and I'm going to put Bruno first.
I expect it.
Weird enough, I fully agree with Manoto here. That's my exact list. I think Dow's gonna have a great season on the right.
Oh,
Sanchez
okay,
gonna be
so we're all in
brilliant, but Bruno's gonna take it. That's where I'm at. I think those three are in it, and it's just a matter of who comes out on top. I think
So
that's
we'll
what
have the
it's
three
like.
right players. Or to be sure, Malasia and I don't know, freaking Ericsson.
Yeah, what should happen? I'm okay with it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I was thinking, but yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. You know, you can tell we all support United because we were a bit more on the same page now.
Yeah, there we go.
Manchester United Player of the Year. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, unless he leaves, and then I 100% think it's Jadon Sancho.
So which one do you
But yeah,
want?
Ronaldo.
You want
We'll put Ronaldo, but just in case on the off course that he does leave, it'll be Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Frankie D. I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah. You need to get over him.
No,
Ricky's
I think I
one
have to
piece.
agree with Unique. I think it's gonna be
Both
Cristiano
going with
Ronaldo. But if
Ronaldo.
he leaves, huh?
Both going with
Okay,
Ronaldo.
no. Huh?
Both going with Ronaldo is what I'm saying. You're just both saying. Okay.
No, I think Ronaldo's gonna be player of the season. I think Ronaldo's gonna play the season. And I was gonna say Sancho, but then it's Bruno. Bruno's there.
Yeah, my
Bruno's
Bruno,
there.
I love the guy, but the love has died out. I can't.
Yeah, we can't leave it to hair. Hair always been in the mix, I guess, for these type of
Yeah,
things.
also, you never know.
Like-
If you have a bad season, you might be dead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Ronaldo. I'm gonna be faithful that Ronaldo's not leaving, and you know,
That
it's gonna
is-
be happy vibes.
Yeah, fair.
Alright.
So then I guess I'm the one that's going sideways, because I'm not going Cristiano Ronaldo. I'll be completely honest.
There you go.
Wow, I'm going with your second option. I'm going
Sancho.
with none other than Jadon Sancho. Of course.
100%. I think Ronaldo wasn't Ronaldo. It would 100% be Jadon Sancho. Like, let's say Ronaldo wasn't here. I would 100% agree with Jadon Sancho. And I don't think it would be close. I don't think it would be close. I think Sancho is going to be United's big player this year. So keep an eye on Sancho, United fans. I think he's going to have a good
Hey,
season.
Steve,
Unfortunately, don't get
Bruno.
injured. Nah,
He's
Bruno is
thinking of
sleeping.
Bruno,
That's
you.
I'm not sleeping on Bruno. Bruno is just sleeping. Until he wakes up, this is what we're going to have. Okay? So I hope Bruno turns back to when he came, but yeah, I don't see it. I don't have hope. I think even under Ten Hag, I don't know how much Bruno will be involved. So
I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt and just say last season was just a chaotic season for everyone. You know, he's
Yeah.
the only player I'm giving a benefit of the doubt, besides the obvious ones like Ronaldo and De.
I respect it. All right. Well, that's a United thing. Surprise team. Now this is just a team that one of like each of us will pick. It could be either for a bad reason or either for a good reason. You know. Now my surprise team, ironically, is probably not a surprise team. I'm very much on this hype train. I can't lie to you. I like the manager. I like the team in general, and they're a wealthy club, and I am going to be on the Newcastle hype train. I think they're going to do quite well this season. Whether they might finish, maybe I would like top half. Maybe top half finish would be good for Newcastle, which is pretty good. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they do because the end of last season, fantastic. Newcastle were absolutely elite. So I'm on the hype train.
Really?
My surprise team will be Newcastle for me. Yeah.
That one's very interesting to me.
You guys, I don't know. I don't know, but I want to go for the not the obvious one, but because I put Chelsea in safe, I'm just gonna go for Chelsea and say they're gonna shock this season. They're gonna shock. Do you want to believe? It wouldn't be funny. Tuchel might get fired. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. You know, maybe 10th place finish. Okay, I'm kidding. I already said sixth, but yeah, no, I'm saying Chelsea's gonna have a really bad season this year.
I think it's gonna be that bad.
Expected. Give me the leads there. Europa League football.
Oh, I'm with Malta here, admittedly. I think it's going to be Chelsea that's going to be the surprise season, and they're going to probably win the sack race as well. That's where I'm at, personally. I think Tuchel's probably going out as well.
Whoa.
Potentially.
bad.
My second would be Lampard, let me be honest. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm very worried for Chelsea, and I think they're more likely to fall off than anything else right now.
Oh, Chelsea fans. What's happening, Chelsea fans? Let us know, Chelsea fans, in the comments. How you guys feeling?
And Johnny, who is your sack?
My sack is gonna be Marco Silva from Fulham. I think that things are gonna go bad. It's gonna go very bad, and naturally, you're just gonna buy him to try fix it. So yeah, Marco Silva.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You know, I'm gonna agree with you. Because he's done it before. you know, because he struck before at 2 clubs in the league, you know, might even be 3. It might be 3 because he coached Hull, right? He coached Watford and he coached Everton, and he got sacked at all of them, I think. So, you know, so yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go Marcus Silva. It's gonna go down for him.
Interesting.
You're going Tuchel.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. I think I'm sticking with it for now.
Yeah.
I think he might just get sacked first. If Chelsea have a slow start, they're looking middling. It's just late for him. I think he's done at Chelsea then. This is where I'm at. I think they're still going to be ruthless as much as Abramovich isn't there anymore. I very much do think they're just going to chop him just straight away.
Well, I tell you, that'd be a big surprise. It's not much of a surprise when this camera even turned the wrong way, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It is a mad one. It is a mad one.
Just judging from your Premier League predictions in general, it would make logically it makes sense, right? Because Chelsea, if they do have a bad start of the season, they don't do well. They're not looking like they're gonna get a Champions League spot. They're not looking like let's just say Europa League battling. Yeah, a big club will naturally fire their manager quick. So it could happen. It could happen. I could see it. I think it's either gonna be if it's a big club, it's gonna be Tuchel. I think. Because I think even if Arsenal do bad,
Yeah.
Arsenal are gonna fire Arteta, and I don't think United will definitely won't fire Ten Hag. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's-
It's just one of those things. And surprise players, the last one.
Ooh, surprise player. Don't really know. I don't have a surprise player this season. My surprise player for United would obviously be Jadon Sancho, but that's just because Jadon Sancho I think is going to be a big year. I think my surprise player this season, overall, I'm actually going to give it to Jadon Sancho. I'm going to give it to
Jadon
Jadon Sancho.
Sancho.
I think
respect.
Sancho is going to prove some doubters wrong this season.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think.
Malot is dead, so you might as well just continue. And if he's not back, we'll just wrap it up then. But yeah.
Exactly. Weird enough, I'm kind of in full agreement.
Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
Well, I
Jadon
know
Sancho
you
for
want it
myself.
because if we go back all the way to last season's predictions,
Exactly.
he was very happy. He was a happy man. Then the end of the season, now he's not so happy. So it's time for part 2. We're running back.
We're running it back. Jadon Sancho for the both of us at this rate. Yeah. Oh, the layout's completely screwed over with Multigon now.
It's fine.
So
It's
we're just
fine.
going to have to bear with it.
Yeah, bear with it. We're almost at the end. We're almost at the end, viewers. We're almost at the end, so just bear with us. But yeah, is there anything else we play? Because we don't really have to fix the layouts and everything. But I think we've covered it all. I think we're all somewhat in agreement for the title race. Top 4. I think we're all in agreement with the teams competing for who it'll be and where it will be. Goal scorers were Clay and I were in agreement. Maloto is with his hot and cold. I don't know so much about that. Top assists, I took a shot in the dark, but you'll have your trends, I assume. Player of the year for me was a shot in the dark. Other than that, it was pretty much safe. The United stuff, all United stuff. You know how Ronaldo is, how our players are, so it is what it is. But other than that, I think it's been a good video channel. And it's been long since we've all been together.
That's true.
Yeah, there's nothing else much to say other than if you did enjoy the video, do subscribe if you're new. Do smash the like as well. And also, comment down below all your guys' season predictions and let's see what you guys
What would you change from this?
Yeah, what would you change from this? Do you think we are crazy? Because there might be something we have not seen and Nottingham might win the league. If you think so, let us know. But other than that, we're going to say goodbye and we'll check you very soon.